Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lemon Slate Arena, where the New Orleans Wildcats look to bounce back after falling to the Lille-Nice Fencers in game number 1. I'm Dean P, and alongside me is Builder, and we are just about to get underway for game number 2. As I already mentioned, if the New Orleans Wildcats can get the job done, they'll head back to home ice with a tie series. But if the Fencers can get a W tonight, they will have a 2-0 series lead, potentially putting themselves in position to get a stranglehold on the series in the next one. Bill, you got any thoughts about your team tonight?
Well, just like the prior two the road teams, the Wildcats are looking to get on the board here. Every road team comes into the first two games of the series and just trying to get away with one, just so that they're not desperate to get back to home ice, winning 2 of 2, and the likelihood of advancing to the next round by losing the first two games is obviously greatly diminished. The Wildcats just got to come out and fight, man. You know, they weren't fighting quite as much as in game one as I think they'd hope they would, but I mean, we've seen it the last two games, in the first game of yesterday, the Indianapolis Motorheads. They took the fight to Washington, and they ended up winning the game. The St. Louis Cyclones took the fight both games to Quebec City, and they very well should be up 2-0 right now if it wasn't for some unfortunate circumstances in game number 1. Unfortunate for St. Louis, that is. That allowed Quebec to get back into the game and actually steal game 1 from St. Louis. But Wildcats just gotta take the fight to Lille-Nice. You can't be overwhelmed by the home team, the home crowd. As small as the stadium is, home ice advantage still very much is a thing. And the Wildcats just gotta try to ignore everything around them and just focus on the task at hand.
With that out of the way, let's send things down to ice level as this one gets underway. Anthem's out of the way. We're ready to play some hockey. In between the pipes for the Lille-Nice Fencers is none other than Connor Hallebuck. And tending the crease for the New Orleans Wildcats is none other than James Reimer. Matt Sundin, Adrian Kempe meet at center ice. And we are ready to get Game 2 underway. Early face-off win for the Fencers, directed at wide. Darnell Nurse now for the Wildcats. Shot there, scores. I'm going to want to take a look at this.
I believe this one is going to count, DNP. I had a good look at it right off the stream here, and it looked like we had a good goal here. Let's see. Pinched up against the boards. Oh, no, I lied. It did come from behind the net. Didn't get a great view on it, but it does come from behind the net. Let me play back speed 5 here. Yeah, it did come from behind the net. See if I can get a good pause of it going through the back. I thought this one counted originally. Yeah, there it is right there.
That is through the back.
Yeah, it looked good from my point of view at the start, but yeah,
ends up because it comes off the boards.
Yeah, taking a closer look at it, that one definitely, it's not going to count.
I'm just going to double check my angle because my angle I think I probably had a little better angle on it. Be absolutely certain that I'm still recording, so it hasn't stopped yet. There we go, start recording, and then check it. Taking a look. And very clearly comes off, like the puck is still behind the net when the light even comes on. So this will not count.
At first I thought it just got pinched against the boards and fired right to the net, but on second look, it definitely went through the back.
And so we continue here from Lille-Nice, France. Sam Girard sending it toward the slot. Wildcats clear it the length of the ice. And now a chance. Fanoff sends it just wide. Morgan Riley to it. Hounded by the Fencers' defense. And now a chance the other way. Riley back defensively. Disrupts it from getting on net. Clears it all the way down. And Philippe Myers clears it, finds his way almost to a Fencer's stick. They stay with it, sending it in. Chance here! Save made by Anderson, who's coming for Hallebuck. Shot there is wide. Bernier comes in for Reimer. So both teams changing goaltenders early. Myers sends it around. And now they clear it out. Off the boards, Myers laying down. Cleared out. Oh, bouncing puck, and I believe that goes out of play. So we get a whistle, 13:46 remains. Fencers take a shot there that misses the net wide. And now the Wildcats send it in. Drysdale to it. Got Marner with him. Reverses it. And almost sent. I thought it was out of play for a moment, but it stays in. And now it is Matthews to it. He works it out. Almost finds its way onto a New Orleans stick. And now it does get there. It's Drysdale carrying it wide. And the Fencers get the puck back. Can't clear the zone, though. Taken to the boards. Sundin now. Working it up the near side. Kevin Fiala directed it wide. Back comes Myers. Gave it away. But the Wildcats don't do anything with it. It came back into their zone, sent around wide, and back to neutral territory and popped out of play. .9:06 to go, first period. Chance there, ends up wide. Comes all the way back down into the Fencers zone. It's there, Fencers work it out. Pollock laying down, Boquist to it now. And cleared down the length of the ice. Back for it is Nazem Kadri. Gives to Pollock. Now Nylander. Chance here. Shot. Score! Brock Nelson into his own goal. And Austin Matthews, I do believe. Or maybe not. It might, credit, I think, may go to somebody else. But the Wildcats strike first.
I believe it's going to go to William Nylander, who just takes a shot. Doesn't go very far, but he gets a little help from a Lille-Nice stick. And Lille-Nice is going to put it into the back of their own net. And it's 1-0 New Orleans early on.
So far in this series, there has been one game, and the team that scored first won it. If that means anything. Chance here, missed the net wide. Wildcats trying to center it, didn't go. Fencer sent it in, bouncing towards the goal, and a defensive stick breaks that play up, and they clear it. Across the line, Gerard. Centering feed. But he lost it, and it's cleared. Fencers now with some zone time, taking it through the slot. Does not go. Now in behind Anderson. Picked up by Drysdale. Looking over his options. He lost it. Shane Gustisbehere racing him for it. And now it's cleared out to the corner. Bouncing back and forth. Wildcats toward their own goal. Missed it. Thankfully for them, they missed the net. And now, Issa Lindell. Lost it, shot it, and it's out of play. Oh no, it's still in play. Shot there through traffic, didn't go. Cleared out, and the period expires. We go to the first intermission, 1-0 for the Wildcats.
One heck of a series start for Jesse Pollock, as he had a goal in game number 1, and one heck of a goal in game number 1, might I add, and now an assist in game number 2. It's a good start to the series for Jesse Pollock, and a good start to the game for the Wildcats. Like I said pregame, they had to take their game to Lille-Nice, and so far they've been able to do that. Lille-Nice, they have had their fair share of chances, and this game would be tied if it wasn't for their disallowed goal. But like DMP said, New Orleans is leading after the first period.
We'll see if the Fencers can find something to get their crowd back into it, as they were really silent after that first period. Puck ends up out of play here. Shots currently 3-2 in favor of the Wildcats. So 2 saves each for the 2 goaltenders, but 1 extra tally goes in favor of the Wildcats that ended up behind the back, or ended up in the back of the net. And they'll try for more. Bernier didn't have to do anything there as the puck missed. And Adam Boquist was... Andrzej Kopitar clears it up and... Oh, I am glad I didn't... Oh, no, I did hit the button. I thought it was out. That's my bad. Face-off win. And now brought in a chance here. Turn around, Fnuff trying to work it out. Or keep it in, rather. And now he will work it out unintentionally. And a chance the other way for the Fencers. Take it to the boards. Shot, score! They work it out front and they bake it in. And the game is tied.
Brian Rust is going to get credit for this one with a huge scrum in front of the net. The Wildcats tried to clear out and they just couldn't. Lille-Nice buries the rebound. This game's tied at 1.
We can blame that one on the ref, potentially. I did not mean to call that face-off, but regardless, can't change the pass. It is 1-1. Fencers tie it up. We'll see where things go from here. And now they lead on the shot count too, 7-3. And now the Wildcats bring it in. Darnell Nurse looking for the point. A lot of traffic there. And Nurse sends it in and around. Fencer is clearing it all the way down. It just missed the net. And now Dangle working it around. Chance off the post. Fencers almost took the lead. And now it is cleared the length of the ice. Shot saved there by Anderson. Cleared. And Rust racing for it. Sandine now clearing it. Ends up off the far side boards. This will hit the end boards. And almost come back out to the slot. And now it's cleared. Worked back in though. Asa Lindell behind the goal. Clears it. This comes all the way back into the Fencer's zone. Held at the line. And now Kempe to it. Robertson in there as well. Through the crease, cleared. And now it'll work its way back into the Fencer's zone. Kopitar to it. Robertson. Lindell. And puck is cleared. Tipped here by Lindell, who is laying down. Worked around. Shane Gostisbehere looking for it. And Timo Solane ends up getting the stick on it. Torres trying to work it out. And now it's Gostisbehere. Playing it behind the goal. Up the wing now comes D'Angelo. And now Kempe to it. Kempe sends it along. Kopitar laying down, which is surprising considering that he was hitting his own team there. And now the Fencers with a chance that doesn't go. Cleared out. D'Angelo now, directing it toward the goal. Shot! Oh, it just missed! And a bouncing puck almost directed toward the slot. And now worked around behind, cleared out. And missing the puck defensively was Kopitar. Fencers have the zone. Connor lost it. This puck slides all the way down. Can it go in? Yes!
Anze Kopitar didn't do anything on that play, but he was the last Wildcat to touch it. That thing slides about 180 feet and beats the Lille-Nice goaltender. It is 2-1 New Orleans just before the break of the middle stanza.
And once again, the Fencers find themselves down by 1 here in game number 2. Fencers win the draw. They'll get it into the zone, work it around. And then Dubois misplayed it, couldn't hold the line, and a chance for the for the Wildcats to increase the lead. Denied by Freddie Anderson. Drysdale to the corner. Sticks with it. Fencers now can't content to just run out the clock and get to the intermission with no further bleeding. 2-1 after 1, 2-1 after 2. We're tied in shots.
Both teams had a pretty good period there. Lille-Nice got the answer that they were looking for, but it was just an unfortunate missed pass. It seemed like it was a point pass that no one was there to corral, and it slid all the way back and ended up beating Freddie Anderson, and that's been the difference maker thus far. New Orleans up 2-1 after 2, but I wouldn't count Lille-Nice out. They're a good squad. They'll find a way to get back into this thing.
Fencers win it, and it bounces toward the slot. Shot! Score! Just like that, we're even again!
I believe it's Antoine Roussel. What did I say? Lille-Nice will find a way to get back into this thing, and right off the face-off, a couple crazy bounces. It looked like New Orleans may have got it cleared for a second, and then the stick of what was, or it might have been Shane Gostisbehere, said no. Lille-Nice finds a way to put it on the net, and they've tied this game at 2 just 18 seconds into the period.
What a start to period number 3. Back and forth all night this one has been. We'll see if we get more. Well, we're guaranteed at least one more goal. Quite a bit of lag, actually. Fencers now. Oh. Get it in zone. Torres. Directed on goal. Chance here. Kopitar. Saved by Anderson. Back to the slot. Didn't go. And the puck is cleared all down. And Dean. Period number 3. And another lag spike. Now, shot there ends up wide. Wildcats. And they clear it.
We apologize for the technical difficulties.
Bouncing puck.
DMP's got internet struggling here.
I think it's you, because
it's definitely not me. I've got 3 bars on Discord. I'm excellent connection on YouTube. I'm not lagging at all in the game. There's one back for the Wildcats. DMP's lagging really bad. I'll step in here. Looks like Darnell Nurse puts it home on Frederick Anderson. New Orleans regains a 3 or regains a 1-goal lead. They go up 3-2. Unfortunate bounce for the Lille-Nice Fencers. That thing ended up right in front of Frederick Anderson, and Darnell Nurse was the first player there to poke it home. New Orleans regains the 1-goal lead. Here's another opportunity off the side of the net, right off the post. Here's Leon Draisaitl now. Draisaitl hasn't had a great season. Had a decent season last year with the New Orleans Wildcats, but has really kind of struggled out of the gates this year and now into the playoffs. Didn't have many points, didn't have many goals. Now into the far corner. Chance for Lille-Nice maybe. To the near corner, Wildcats are going to fire it out. Is it now time for dump and chase, kill the clock hockey? Might be exactly what the Wildcats are trying to do. Like I said, don't count Lille-Nice out. They have a way to just get back into hockey games. They kind of snuck their way through the regular season, ended up winning the President's Trophy, being the best team in all of hockey. Sundin now has it, looking for a clear. He gets it. Funny hop off the boards past the net of Frederick Anderson. No one was there. Here's maybe a chance for Lille-Nice as they dump it in around the boards, but it takes a bounce that the Wildcats quite like. Here's Darnell Nurse now, the third goal scorer. Killing some time. Here's Tangelo's shot. Just wide of Frederick Anderson's net. Lille-Nice looking to head back north now. DNP, are you back, buddy? That one is played up.
I think so.
There he is. He is back.
And a chance there. Missed the net wide. Matt Sundin now. Matt Sundin for the Wildcats. Working it around. Can't clear it. Still plenty of time, though, for the Fencers to come back in this one. Trying to work it up the side, does not go. This one ends up just wide of the goal. And Fencers can't put it on net. It comes all the way back the other way down the ice. Here's Adrian Kempe. Press to the boards. Robertson clears it. Back in, just wide. And it gets going the other way. Coming up on that point when the Fencers will likely pull their goaltender. Solane now. Works it around, clears it. And now the net is empty. Frederick Anderson through traffic. Press to the boards. Anderson now. Worked it off the post, cleared! This comes all the way back down and will be an empty net goal for Jamie Drysdale.
And look at Drysdale celebrating, trying to go over the boards. Maybe he found a New Orleans fan in the first row. Nevertheless, one of the first empty net goals we have seen all season, and it comes at the hands of Jamie Drysdale. Looked like New Orleans even had a chance at the prior play before Anderson came out of the net. That thing was sliding down towards the ice, or towards the net, pardon me. And when Anderson came out to play it, he actually cleared a scoring opportunity. So a good play there by Anderson, but New Orleans lucky enough to get it on the net at the empty net. It's 4-2.
That play will likely end this one. And so now, oh, shot off the post! Wildcats almost had a second in! And now a chance. Oh, what? I thought that was in!
It did not go.
I thought the Fencers scored, but it didn't. It stays out. And cleared. And that will do it. The Wildcats take game number 2 here on the road. And it's a tie series headed back to New Orleans.
Well, that's exactly what the Wildcats came here to do. They just wanted to take one on the road so they can head back home and hopefully for them go 2 for 2. That last little scramble play right at the end, it looked like that puck might cross the goal line, but it just never did. It got close. DMP might have saw it on his screen because it was a little bit laggy, but from the broadcast point of view, that puck never crossed the goal line. New Orleans was able to get it out of their zone and kill the rest of the time. Game number 2 for the third straight game goes to the road squad. The New Orleans Wildcats are now heading back to the TD Bank Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, with a tie series, looking to maybe take the lead in the series in game number 3.
Well, that's it for game number 2. I've been Dean P, and alongside me has been Builder. We'll see you in a few moments, actually, if you're so inclined, for game number 2 between the Tampa Bay Elvis and the Boston Riptide. But until then, thank you for watching, and take care, everybody.